Welcome back to my channel. You already know it's your boy Hood Digital, the Rock Reactor, back with another video. Yes, sir. Before I proceed, let me know where you tapping in from. Let me know what country, what city, what mountain, what hill, what cave, what island, what planet, what universe. Let me know where you at. Represent your hood. Yes, sir. Border czar, Tom Homan. The mission is going to improve because of the changes that we're making. Let's talk about it. Today's news. Now, I think it may be a good thing. It may be a good thing for him to have gone to Minnesota. This may be positive. I mean, they need to do something. I'm glad they're doing something. I'm also glad they're talking, they're conversating, they're going to dialogue, they're compromising, they're agreeing that people are getting killed. People are getting killed, and ICE is probably not doing their job to the fullest because they're not completing the mission. Because they're not going there to fight protesters. They're obviously going there to arrest, detain, deport illegal immigrants, whether they're criminal or not. I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. To me, an illegal immigrant is a criminal because he committed a crime, because he snuck into a country. That's against the law. So illegal is illegal, whether you have a criminal record or you don't. If you went to the States and you went to another country illegally, you're a criminal, in my book. But let's talk about this border czar, Tom Homan. Guys, isn't this the dude with the paper bag and $50,000 given to him by FBI undercover? What happened to that is what I would like to know. What was the outcome of that? Was he prosecuted? Did he get a slap on the wrist? Did they just throw that under the rug? What happened with that, guys? Let's take a look at this video. Let's see what he has to say about what he's going to do in Minneapolis, guys. And before we do, I almost forgot, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the screen. Let's go.
Too early, isn't it? Look, I've been given talking points, and I don't like reading speeches, never have. But my chief of staff did put some stuff down here in writing just to make sure I don't miss anything. So I'm going to be reading a little bit, then we're going to open up for questions. I've been on the ground less than 3 full days. I got in here on Monday. President of the United States called me Monday morning and asked me to deploy here. Got here Monday evening, and I'm staying till the problem's gone. But we've made a lot of progress in the last 3 days. Marcos Charles, he's running ICE operations here. There you go. Rodney Scott, Commissioner of Customs and Border Protection, standing here beside me. Good morning, I'm Tom Homan, the Border Czar for President Trump. I'm here on behalf of the President, along with U.S. Commissioner of U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Rodney Scott, and Marcos Charles, who's leading the enforcement effort here right now. I've been on the ground since Monday.
You said that already.
Law and order in the city beloved by many, and work together to remove threats from the community. During the past administration, well, I'll remember, more than 10 million illegal aliens entered this nation. Many were national security threats, public
Trump says 20, this guy says 10. What are the numbers?
safety threats. We can't remember we're 2 million known gotaways. 2 million people who paid more to get away. Why? That should scare the hell out of everybody. President Trump promised American people, including the residents of Minnesota, that he would work to ensure our communities are safe. And with that, this administration is absolutely focused on identifying removal aliens that pose a public safety threat and national security threats. And the numbers prove it. The data proves it. In the past few days, I've met with Governor Walz, Attorney General Ellison, Mayor Fry, numerous police chiefs and sheriffs, and I have more to meet. I'll also be continuing the dialogue with business and religious leaders in partnership with Minnesota, your community leaders. I'll be meeting with them too, because I want to hear what they have to say. In my meetings with folks so far, and most important, the governor and the AG, the Mayor Fry, we didn't agree on everything. I didn't expect to agree on anything. I've heard many people want to know why we're talking to people who they don't consider friends to the administration. Bottom line is you can't fix problems if you don't have discussions. I didn't come to Minnesota for photo ops or headlines. You haven't seen me.
The thing is that at the end of the day, whether they belong to they're friends of the president or they belong to the Bloods or the Crips, I'm going to call them the Bloods and the Crips, the Democrats or the Republicans, whether you belong, you guys still all work for the people. Whether you a federal agent, whether you are a state agent, you guys all work for the people. So the fact that you guys are acting like kindergarten students, I don't want to sit next to him. He got cooties, he don't got cooties. You guys have to talk, because if not, you guys can't have that war, because then what's going to happen? That's cause for a civil war. And then whether you are Democrat, whether you are a Republican, if you are a public servant, whether you're the president, whether you're the mayor, the governor, whether you're an ICE agent, no matter who you are, the people are counting on you guys to do the right thing. So you guys have to compromise. You guys don't have to go to each other's barbecues or anything like that. We're not asking that. You guys have to get along and compromise and organize so people stop getting killed and illegal immigrants are detained and the cities are safe.
I came here to seek solutions, and that's what we're going to do. And we've come a long way, and we got some good wins for the people of Minnesota, I think, and for the administration and for the safety security of this city. One thing we did agree on, though, everybody I talked to agreed on, was that community safety is paramount. One thing.
It should be the same objective. Keep the community safe. It should be the same objective. And keep the community safe, and everybody to be able to live their lives on a day-to-day. Nobody to be afraid of coming out, unless, of course, they're illegal immigrants. But nobody should be scared that they see ICE and then they get scared because they're going to get pushed up, they're going to get maced, they're going to get killed, they're going to get shot.
We all agreed on was U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement is a legitimate law enforcement agency that has a duty to enforce the laws enacted by Congress and keep this community safe. Like I've said many times for the last several years, even before this administration, jurisdictions that refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities are sanctuaries for criminals. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals, and endangers the residents of the community.
I agree with him. 100% I agree with that.
To be clear, we did not agree with Minnesota state and local officials that they would be involved in immigration enforcement. I didn't ask them to be immigration officers. I'm asking them to be cops working with the cops to help us take criminal aliens off the street. What we did agree upon is not to release public safety arrests back in the community when they could be lawfully transferred to ICE. I'll speak more about that. I will highlight that the Minnesota State Prison System under the Department of Corrections have been honoring ICE detainers. And we appreciate that important collaboration, and we're going to expand upon that. That decision has made Minnesota safer, not only for residents of Minnesota, but the men and women law enforcement. Not just ICE, all law enforcement. Rather than arresting the same public safety threat, significant public safety threat over and over again, they agree to work with us to identify those people and remove them. I'm also pleased to announce I had a very good meeting with Attorney General Ellison, and he has clarified for me that county jails may notify ICE of the release dates of criminal public safety arrests so ICE can take custody of them.
And I agree with that. I totally agree that cops working with cops, they should work with cops. I totally agree. Because at the end of the day, it's all about catching. Cops are there to catch criminals. And if you catch somebody that it's an illegal immigrant and you just arrest them for domestic violence and whatever, and you let them go in a week, but you know they're illegal immigrant, you are basically releasing a criminal back on the streets. If that criminal goes out there and kills somebody, whose fault is it? Who's it on?
Upon the release from the jail. And let me tell you why that's important. I know people are a lot concerned about the manpower has been sent in law enforcement manpower. Look, I've said this many times before. I've said it for the last several years. Give us access to the illegal alien public safety threat and the safety and security of a jail. It's common sense. It's safer for the community, it's safer for the agent, and it's safer for the alien. Because anything can happen on a street arrest. It just makes common sense. And for the people that argue, well, we're a welcoming community because we want victims and witnesses of crime that are here illegally to feel safe to come to police without fear they're working with ICE, we're not going to talk to the victim and witness of crime. There's no problem there. They should feel safe to come to police and ask for help. All we want is to talk to the person that local and state law enforcement authorities locked in a jail cell. They chose to lock this person up. That's who we want to talk to, the public safety threat. So the argument is that protects victim witnesses of crime. It's a bunch of crap. Victims and witnesses of crime don't want the bad guy back in their neighborhood either. So great progress with the Attorney General and local sheriffs. And one thing, when we have these agreements, it takes less law enforcement agents to do the job. One agent can arrest one bad guy in the safety and security of a jail where he's behind the wire. We know we don't have weapons. But when you normally release that public safety threat, illegal alien back in the community, we have a job to do.
You know, guys, and I've said this in a lot of videos, and this happens in my country a lot. The fact that when you have illegal immigrants, they're undocumented. Most of them, they're undocumented. If they decide that they want to commit a crime, this happens here a lot. They commit a crime and they just go somewhere. They just go anywhere. All police will be looking for is a face, because most of the time they don't know their name. They just came into the country and they just walked in. They have no documentation. So it's a lot harder to catch them. It's not like somebody they're gonna look them up in the system. Okay, so this is this guy, this is this guy. A lot of them are undocumented. So if you're undocumented, that means there's no way to trace you. So that person could commit a crime, kill somebody, kidnap, rape a little girl or something. And this is in Minneapolis, and he'll go to New Jersey, or he'll go to Arkansas, somewhere, and that's it, and you start new. So you don't have any way of tracing it. That's the thing, that you have people living around you that you don't know who the hell they are.
We're going to arrest them, so we're going to find them. And what happens is now we got to arrest somebody on his turf. We have access to who knows what weapons. Now we got to send the whole team out. Cover the back door, cover the front door, officer safety reasons. Then because of the hateful rhetoric and the attacks on ICE officers, now we got to send a security team behind the arrest team. So what could have been done with one person in safety and security jail, now we got 15, 16 people out there doing it.
He's totally right, guys. I have to agree with this guy, man. The paper bag guy, he's right, man. I call him the $50,000 paper bag dude. He's right. He's right. It's a waste of resources. Just because, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this job. All you got to do is just hold him there. He's totally right.
I know that causes stress in the community. So if we get these agreements in place, That means less agents on the street. More agents in the jail means less agents in the street. This is common sense cooperation that allows us to draw down on the number of people we have here. Yes, I said it. Draw down the number of people here. Because we have the efficiency and safety of the jails and the prison. Matter of fact, I have staff from CBP and from ICE working on a draw-down plan. What does that look like based on the cooperation? What does that look like based on how many targets we have left to find? In my meetings with Governor Walz, A.G. Ellison, and Mayor Fry, as well as state and local law enforcement, again, I appreciate they all acknowledge that we do have federal immigration laws in this country that have been passed by Congress, and that ICE is in fact a legitimate law enforcement agency charged with enforcing those laws. We're not making this up, folks. ICE is enforcing laws enacted by Congress. They're a federal statute. That said, I'm not here because the federal government has carried this mission out perfectly. First thing I said to senior staff when I walked in here is what I told you earlier. I didn't come here looking for photo ops or headlines. I come here looking for solutions. I do not want to hear that everything's been done here has been perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. Anything can be improved on. And what we've been working on is making this operation safer, more efficient, by the book.
I disagree with him 100% there. Well, what you've been working on is making it safer where you've been doing it wrong, because people be getting killed, people be getting assaulted. One man has a hole in his eye, and that's just the top. That's just like the top of the cake, the icing on the cake.
The mission is going to improve because of the changes we're making internally. No agency or organization is perfect. And President Trump and I, along with others in the administration, have recognized that certain improvements could and should be made. That's exactly what I'm doing here. As such, in meetings I've had with federal law enforcement managers, including ICE and CBP and other federal partners, as well as state and local officials, I have conveyed the President's expectations with regard to federal immigration enforcement efforts. We will conduct targeted enforcement operations. Targeted. What we've done for decades. When we hit the streets, we know exactly who we're looking for.
Yeah, but that's not what they've been doing, because they've been stopping a lot of people and harassing a lot of people. They've been arresting Native Americans. Were Native Americans targeted? I don't get it.
Good idea where we may find them. You have a criminal history, you have their immigration history, a lot of information about this person that we get from numerous databases out there. Targeted, strategic enforcement operations. That's traditionally been the case, and that's where we're going. That's what we're going to continue to do and improve upon that.
Well, that was the end of the video, guys. Guys, I hope this turns out positive. I hope this turns out for the better. They need the officials, they're top officials, because they should know how to resolve this problem. This can't be personal. This can't be about a personal thing. This can't be all that animosity by the leaders. That sets a bad example, and that just causes more chaos. So they should come with some type of understanding. I believe that in the jails, they should check their legal status. If they're illegal and they don't have papers, hey, send them to immigration. I totally agree with that, guys. I just hope Paper Bag Man comes through, guys. I'm really hoping that this gets fixed, because it's getting ugly right now. Guys, you already know, man. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the screen. May God help us all. Peace, love, and God bless.